everybody, welcome to Advanced Consulting Class. My name is Dr. Frank Kern, attorney at law, chief engineer with NASA, retired. And yes, you're right, we did just deploy gratuitous use of over-the-top intro graphics as a means to make up for the complete lack of creativity in the title of this course, Advanced Consulting Class. We should have called it like Consulting Business Secrets Platinum Diamond Level .biz 2000. Likely would have been better. Would have been a little hard to fit all of that on the order form. A couple things, housekeeping, right? So throughout this class, while I'm filming, you might hear what sounds like Godzilla and King Kong having some sort of death battle using large pieces of steel. There are two reasons for this, two possible reasons for this, and I'll let you decide which one to believe. Reason number one is, naturally, Murphy's Law would have it that the demolition in the space immediately behind me, next door to the studio, has begun exactly when we started filming. That's reason number two. Reason number one could be that it's just the hostages trying to get out of their cages. Whichever one you prefer, insert reason there, but I apologize in advance to you for that, right? So here's what we're going to do in this class. This week, this module, what you're watching right here now, this is going to be like 80% head stuff and then 20% practical. This is the only time during the class we do head stuff. Okay, I know someone out there probably just said, that's what she said. I'll give you that one. That was a perfect opportunity to say that. The other weeks are more tactical and practical. I chose those words because they rhymed. So this week, I'm going to give you an overview, going to give you some head fixing material. We're going to do some planning, a lot of planning actually. We're going to talk about how to structure your time, how to determine your pricing, etc. Basically how to lay the groundwork for your business. Next week, we're going to talk all about market selection. Week numero tres, we're going to talk about lead generation. Week numero cuatro, or number D, as we say, in some of the areas of the country of Europe. We're going to talk about selling, specifically converting those leads into their clients. Week number 5, we're going to talk about what to do with these pesky clients once they give you the money so they'll be happy and they'll continue giving you the money. You can get them results. And finally, week numero 60, we're going to talk about other streams of income that you can utilize to supplement your business, or sometimes you might want to take a break from consulting, do something else, whatever you want to do. I'll show you cool ways to make money at the higher spectrum of the marketplace. So let's go ahead and get started now with this particular module, the old getting started thing. And most of this is going to be just me talking to you right now, sort of helping you get your mind around some stuff. So there are several concepts I want you to write down because as this class progresses, we're really going to be hammering on them. Several categories, really, of thought, okay? Category number 1, I want you to write down confidence and certainty. I'll explain these in a minute. Category number 2 is going to be results and value. Category number 3 is going to be power and control. So let me talk about these just sort of to let them be germinating in your mind, kind of like a little primer, and then we'll get to the planning stages. So your business is really going to revolve around these 3 worlds, as well as your ability to generate leads and close them, right? Now that's tactical. That's not really that hard. What can be more of a challenge is the mental state you have to be in to really run and be a high-level consultant. So, category number 1, certainty and confidence. Ultimately, what's going to attract people to you, what's going to make them want to pay you, specifically what's going to make them want to pay you the prices you command, whether you're at the very top of the market spectrum or somewhere in the middle or wherever you may want to be, is going to be their confidence in you and their certainty that you can get them the results that they want. Now what's interesting is the only way, well, not the only way, but the most effective way you can convey that to them, thus drawing them in, is to have that confidence in yourself and that certainty that you can help the client get the results. I know it sounds almost like this weird circle, but psychologically it's true. So right now, quick exercise before we begin the planning. On the topic of market selection, who you're going to work with, etc. I know you might already be serving a market, but maybe there's a better segment for you, right? I want you to write down, while it's at the top of your head, what segment of the market do you feel the most confident in dealing with? What area of your expertise in general do you feel the most confident working and living in? And of all the possible people in your marketplace, all the possible types of people, avatars, if you will, which segment of the marketplace do you feel the most certain that you could help? And I want to take this a step further. Imagine that you would only get paid after your clients got the results that they want. Now, likely, there's going to be a segment of your marketplace where you would feel very confident you could make that offer. And I'm not saying you do make that offer. I'm saying this to help you sort of really grasp the certainty and confidence concept that you're really going to need to embody while you go forth and do this business. So I'll give you an example from myself, right? Obviously, I've advertised to get clients, gotten a pretty good many of them, been a pretty good run. Things are going pretty good. Some clients I wouldn't take because I was like, man, I don't know how I could possibly help this guy. Some clients I would take in a minute, blindfolded, both hands tied behind my back, because I know without question I could totally get this person results, right? Usually, when you have that reaction, when you're like, no problem I could get this person results, this is a lay down no-brainer, that person is living in a category of the marketplace. For mine, for example, the no-brainer person is anyone who sells some sort of transformative, transformational information, who sells so at a premium, who has a very big list of raving fans. If someone like that comes to me and says, I want you to help me make more money, it's like, no problem. I would actually be very happy to take that client on and only get paid after they got results. As a matter of fact, I started my business that way, making the offer of, hey, I'll run a promotion for you, and you do the promotion, and then you start paying me out of the profits you made from that promotion, right? So I'm not suggesting you do that, but in the area of certainty and confidence, when you are operating only with these people that I described, right, where you are so confident in your ability to help them, that you would conceivably agree to get paid only after they got the results, when you are dealing just with those people, you're very confident. You're very certain that you can help them. That self-confidence and that certainty that you have, I know it sounds weird, but it's almost telepathically conveyed to that marketplace, gives them confidence and certainty in you, and thus magnetically attracts them to you. Dude, I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds like we should be on like one of those Oprah shows with the little piano music and they have the like gauze-like filter on the lens and everything, but trust me, it's real. Right? Now, another reason I really want you to sort of live in this area for a minute with me, in this area of certainty and confidence, is because when you work only with those clients, when you market only to those clients and attract only those types of clients, you only have those types of clients, your work is easy. Your life is stress-free. And ultimately, I think you did not enroll in this class so you could be weirded out and pressured all the time, right? You want to make money helping people, doing a good job, and getting paid what you're worth. Well, this is one really, really critical step to it. So while it might seem obvious, I want you to really do this exercise now. What area of your expertise gives you the most confidence? Right? So for me, it's generating leads and converting leads. I can do that all day long for just about anybody, assuming they know what they're doing and they have a good product. For you, it might be quick weight loss for women, whatever it may be, whatever your area of expertise, right? So out of all the things that you can do, right, what is the number one thing, that number one sliver of activity where you feel the most certainty and confidence in your ability to deliver results? Second hand, right, second part of this equation is what type of customer, what sliver of your marketplace do you feel like you could go to and say, you know what, don't even pay me. Let me get the results for you first, then pay me after I get the results. Not saying you do that, but what sliver of your marketplace do you feel the most confident in your ability to go forth and do that to? Now, when you have that number one activity and that sliver of the marketplace, and you perform that activity with that sliver, merge the two, you've got a resistance-free environment. So that's why I really want to plant this seed in your mind early. We're going to spend a lot more time on it in our next module, but I want you thinking about this now, right? Because the purpose of this class isn't just to waste our time with platitudes and information. It's to get you clients, get you up and running and get results. Choosing the right clients is one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so that's thing number one. World number one, the world of certainty and confidence. World number two. I know that sounds weird, right? But I told you in the very beginning, this week is going to be a little bit heady. Every other bit is going to be very, very practical and tactical. But bear with me on this. This is important. We're laying the mental foundation. So world number two for your thoughts to live in during this class. are results and value. So if you remember world number one, I know we just kind of breezed through this. We're going to go deeper in it throughout the class, but you said, okay, this segment of my marketplace, I could definitely be very confident in going to them saying, you know what, dude, don't pay me now. Wait till you get the results, then pay me, right? So we have that person. Now, we also, on the other hand, have that one activity of all the things you could do, right? From copywriting to launches to video scripting to weight loss, whatever your thing is, there's one area of expertise that you really, really excel in, right? So we learned that you do that thing with those people, life is good, right? Now, think about this. World number two, results and value. So if you were to do that one key thing, that one thing that you do better than anything else, with that one segment of the marketplace that you have the most confidence and certainty in your ability to help, if you were to focus on them doing the one thing that you do, what is the primary result, the number one result, not all of them, the number one result that you could deliver for that person, and what is the value of that end result to the client? Here's why this is important. We're going to talk about pricing a little bit later today, right? A lot of people get weirded out about pricing. They're like, I don't know, other people charge this much. Well, per hour, it would be this much. That's the way broke-ass consultants think, right? What I want to help you understand is the value of the results that you are able to provide, because once you really get a clear indication of the value of that result, which is all the person is buying, that in your confidence and certainty on your ability to provide those results. When you understand the true value of those results, you are now able to present your pricing and your structure to the marketplace, to your prospect, to your potential customer, living in world number three, and that is the world of power and control. Here's the thing, I don't mean to imply that you're going to manipulate people in a weird way, but basically your job as a consultant, from the beginning of the relationship, before they're even a client, all throughout the end of your relationship, after they've been a client and gotten the results that you want them to get, your entire job is basically to bend them to your will. You are in the bending to your will business, right? You can call yourself a consultant, but you are really in the bending to your will business. And in order to do that effectively, you have to be very, very comfortable operating in the world of power and control. You have to be comfortable being able to say, listen, here's what you need to do. No excuses. Don't do anything else. I'm not going to take no for an answer. Do these three things and let's talk next week. I don't want to hear anything if you haven't done them. You need to do them because you specifically told me you wanted this result. Here's how to get it. Let's not screw around. Let's go. You've got to be able to have that level of confidence, that level of drive and commitment and consistency in action and behavior to get your client to do what the hell you told him to do, right? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing really with the client is saying, all right, dude, do this. But if they don't do it, they're not going to stick with you. So I know it's a little bit ethereal, all that kind of stuff, right? A little bit heady, but important concepts to be thinking about as we go through the rest of this course. So I want you to think about what I just told you as kind of a wrapper that's going around everything that we talk about from this point forward, right? So this concludes the first little section of this module. In the next section, we're going to talk about how to structure your time, how to structure your pricing, and the tools that you can use to run this business. But before we do, really, humor me, okay? Do the exercise I told you about. Identify that one sliver of the market that you would be willing to, if you had to. I don't want you to do this, but if you had to go to and say, you know what, dude, don't pay me yet. Pay me only after you get the results, right? Identify that one segment of the market. Then identify that one activity. Of all the stuff you can do, identify that one activity where you can feel like you could do it in your sleep, like nothing. Like if you were blindfolded, both hands tied behind your back, right? Hanging upside down in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber like John Reese on a Saturday night. You feel that confident in your ability to do that. Just write that down for me. Go ahead and do that now before you go to the next section of this module. Thank you.